All right, we are live. Wake up, guys. 5 a.m. Universus. Let me go get this open. As you can tell, I had trouble getting up. I watched back my stream yesterday or on Tuesday, and I noticed a few things. Number one, I was quite sick on Tuesday, and I think it showed in a lack of general energy. And number two, I drink water. I drink water really loud. Sometimes you just don't know these things about yourself until you watch yourself. Anyway, today we have an awesome video. I was going to do like my whole tier list, my top 50 for this upcoming 3 weeks before Critical Role jumps out. But I'm not prepared enough for that. I'm too excited about the changes that they announced yesterday. We got so many announcements. We got the Critical Role reveals. We had the organized play changes. I'm playing Spike in just a few days in my local qualifier, and I want to practice a little bit. So if anybody jumps in here and wants to play a game, I'd love to play a game with you in like 30 minutes. But first, I want to talk about all of these major changes. As soon as I'm done sending this link out to everybody, what I really should do is make a way to where it's automated. Like as soon as I press the go live button, it automatically posts everywhere I need. That is what I need in life. All right, well, that should be good. Well, let's see. Where do I start? While we wait for people to get in here and an audience, I don't want to start with the best thing while we're waiting on everybody and jumping straight into the organized play changes, although that is what I am stoked about today. It's hard to adequately express how excited I am about it. As someone who's going to Vegas and St. Louis, I've already got my plane ticket for St. Louis. But yesterday I played in our store's dark tournament. I know a lot of players had their dark tournament this past weekend. Well, we didn't have ours until last night, and then there's another one tomorrow night. I'm not going to the one tomorrow night because I'm going to a local qualifier Saturday. I went to the one last night, and it would be a hard sell to say, I need Wednesday evening, Friday evening, and Saturday evening off to go play cards. Let me just say that overall, the sealed experience last night, and this will kind of lead itself into what we talk about next, right? The sealed experience last night was the most fun I've had playing sealed by far. And I played sealed for Heroes Clash, League of Villains, Undaunted Raid, Jet Burn. So this is my 5th experience with this wasn't a pre-release, but a pre-release type event where you're opening up the new sets, you're playing sealed, or for Heroes Clash, my LGS actually did booster draft. But this was by far the most fun I've had playing sealed, and I think the cards were very well suited for it. I got matched up. I chose Genkai. You can see that here for a few different reasons. One, I opened an XR Genkai. Two, you can see to the left of Genkai that I opened a ton of throws. I got 2 of her Spirit Shotgun, 2 of the Plant Grasp, and 2 Aura Slam. So I had 6 5-diff throws right there. I also got 1 of her Spirit Breaker. So 7 throws. Felt like I had to go Genkai. The other reason was I opened 2 Shishi Wakamaru and 2 Karasu, and then a Rinku and someone else, but I didn't pull Younger, I didn't pull Jin, I didn't pull any of the, I didn't pull Bowie, any of these other powerhouses. So I went with Genkai to go for the throws, and because of XR Genkai, ended up doing pretty well. Round one, I get matched up into Younger Toguro, and I take it 2-0. Round two, I get matched up into our other Younger Toguro player. There was 8 of us total. So round two, I go up against Younger Toguro. Everything goes wrong game one, so I lose game one. I win game two. In our game three, I've got one card left in my deck. If it's a foundation, I can pass my next check and win the game. If it's an attack, I can't pass it and I lose the game. I quickly count my discard and I realize I'm only accounting for 15 attacks. So I know it's an attack, so I have to pass back, and I end up getting killed for it. I felt all right on the pass back, but it would have felt a lot better knowing there was a 5 on my deck and taking the win right then and there, instead of having to pass back and only have like a 33%, maybe win percentage at that point. So I lost round two to Younger, and then in round three, I ended up playing another Jin. I won game one, he won game two, and then and then we just shook hands and we started chatting about other things, so we never really finished our round. So I went 1-1-1 with Genkai. The deck felt really nice. I enjoyed that we could do Urameshi's Perseverance in our deck, because that's +4, -4 with Genkai. Dr. Ichigaki at an uncommon means that you have to be prepared for this asset in sealed and draft play for Yu Yu Hakusho, because if you pull it, you're probably just going to put it into your deck. It's too good not to do that. I also got a lot, so I had all these throws, right? And then I got a lot of things to put damage on the throws, like paying the cost, this 2 display of power, 2 master of winds. I got a, what is it? Breaking the cuffs, immortal shapeshifter, protecting Yukina for my own throw hate. It ended up being a lot of fun, and I went against Younger Toguro, Jin. All of them I felt like had adequate amount. Every matchup had good skill expression. Every matchup had good inflection points, decision points in the game. I didn't feel like gameplay was just obvious or set in stone, or like it was all just luck based being sealed. With all of that said, I am so happy that draft is out of the major regional main formats. I'll get into that in a little bit. I'm not necessarily happy that draft is out. I should clarify that. I'm happy that we're not doing a mid-Swiss top cut to top 32 for draft, because I think that was the wrong way to bring draft in. Although I'm sure there's lots of other players that are happy about it just being standard, and then there's some players who really, really want to draft. But we'll get into all that in just a little bit. Suffice it to say, last night was the most fun I've had playing sealed in this game by a long shot. By the way, the Younger Toguro I lost to in round 2, my brother ended up going against them in round 3, and he avenged me. And he took it, and my brother, from our 8-player Dark Tournament, my brother is the one with the Wish Tournament invite. My brother Patrick, he played Jin. I think he won his game off of a walk the dog, if I remember what he was telling me correctly. So congratulations to my brother. He will be playing in the Wish Tournament, and that means that I have the prize of probably watching his children while he plays in that tournament and plays cards. Because I did not get my Wish invite. Sorry, I just mentioned at the start of this how I watched back Tuesday's stream and I realized that I drink water super loudly. So that is just something I'm going to be very conscious about here going forward. Sometimes you watch yourself on video and you realize things about yourself that you just never knew before that point. But anyway, yeah, congratulations to Patrick. He took it down with Jin. We're having another Dark Tournament Friday, and it was a lot of fun. All of that said, I really came here to talk about organized play. Guys, they listened to us. And they made changes accordingly. This is, in my opinion, a huge show of strength from Universus. And this gives me and I'm sure a lot of other players, confidence in the company going forward. Now, I know I'm like eternally optimistic over here, but this gives me even more confidence in the company that they know what they're doing and that the game is headed in the right direction. On Tuesday, I celebrated my 8-year wedding anniversary with my wife. We've actually been dating since 2011. So we are going on 13 years. 13 years now of dating. And we had like a 3-year gap where we didn't see each other because we were both serving missions for a church. And then got married in 2016. So 8 years of marriage. And I can tell you that relationship wise, admitting you were wrong is not a show of weakness. It's a show of strength. Or even not admitting you're wrong, just saying, I think I'm right, but I'm going to give you the grace of waiting for you to also come around on this decision before just making this decision. Right? You say, okay, we are not moving forward on something until we are both ready to move forward on something. Even if I still think I'm right, you have to compromise, and you have to wait to where you're both on the same page. That's just some general things I've learned in 8 years of marriage here. Is it is okay to admit you were wrong, or it is okay to, even if you think you're right, to wait for your partner. And so this shows strength to me and not weakness by Universus. By the way, I don't think Universus is saying they were wrong here. They say it a little bit. I think they know they were wrong in the way that they structured draft to be in the tournament. I think they're admitting they were wrong there. But they're not admitting they were wrong with limited play. They still want sealed and draft play to be in premier events. But they are acknowledging that the player base at the moment is not ready for this change. And they're saying that over the next year, they're going to try and convince us that it's the right choice. And then I would say there's a 90% chance that draft is back in major regionals next year. And then they're going to see what the feedback is like, right? Because at this moment, I think it's fair to say about 50% of us were indifferent to what they decided. No, I would say, sorry, 25% of us are indifferent. About 50% of the player base was mad about how draft was structured into organized play. And I'd say about 25% were excited. Like 1/4 of the player base, I think, was excited about draft coming in, 50% angry, 25% kind of indifferent. And so they listened to that. And that is a huge credit to Universus that they listened to that and they're making changes. Let's roll through the changes because I quickly skimmed this, but I did not read it thoroughly. First of all, they're saying the goal of organized play is the local game store, is growth of play at the local game store. And the local game store is going to be the lifeblood of every card game. We can see how much attention that they're putting on that, and it is paying dividends, right? They put that here. We took a big step in that where we shifted qualifications for 2022 Nationals to where you had to play locally, and the end result was the largest Universus tournament in company history. Now, you can argue that maybe Nationals would have been even bigger without limiting invites to the local store championship winners. But, I mean, they have a point, right? We had 400 plus players at U.S. Nationals when it was an invite system based through your local game store. And now they're making it to the major regionals as well, that you have to play at your local game store. And they're saying that they're already seeing fantastic results. The first qualifier season for 2024 has seen even more game stores participate than any organized play program we've ever offered. And to some extent, I can attest to this because on Saturday, I am driving 2 hours to go. I'm out of Lubbock, Texas. I'm driving 2 hours to go to Midland, Texas to play in a local qualifier. Normally, I would not drive 2 hours to go play at a different local game store. But here I am on Saturday driving 2 hours because I want to get some Worlds points and yeah, that's important to me. We have like I think we have like six of us from Lubbock driving to Midland. We're all gonna carpool in just a few cars. Okay, our ultimate goal with our Premier Play program is to showcase the incredible talent, our regionals, and help us do that. Okay, now they're saying what their thinking was behind the choices they made, which is important because we weren't necessarily told when they made the changes. We were just told, here they are. We didn't get like, here's our thinking on why we're making the changes. We could kind of guess at the thinking going on behind them, but we weren't told in stone. And here we're being told in stone that their specific goals they had for regionals in 2024 was to end events in a timely fashion. We had a few times in the past year where we were getting to the point to where we could get kicked out of the venue, right? I'm thinking of nationals. When Carson and George are playing in the finals, everybody else in the event venue is like leaving, going home. It's like getting empty. The whole day at nationals, the judges were like hurrying us up, trying to get the event ended. And Carson's deck was not just going to end that quickly. You know, his build to 50 foundations. I will sit here until I get the right line of play. Yeah, we had several events like that where ending in a timely fashion was difficult. Although you could also say nationals had trouble starting in a timely fashion. We were all sitting there for like 30 minutes at the beginning. I don't think we got started until like almost 11 a.m. Okay, to have the best side events we've ever offered and to ensure fans have a blast whether they're qualified for the main event or not. I think all of these are great goals. I don't think anybody would disagree with this. The problem was when they announced their other changes, it did seem kind of clear that ending events in a timely fashion was big based on the 50-minute change, the time to top cuts, and I think 90% of players support this. I know I did. I was even okay with the 50-minute change. Like, okay, I just have to speed up my pace of play. But and time to top cuts 90 minutes, that makes sense to everybody. They're still not timing the finals, I believe. It's just everything else is timed to 90 minutes. I don't know of anybody who was drastically opposed to that. I think 90 minutes is plenty of time. Nobody wants to wait. If you're watching the stream, nobody wants to wait 2 hours to get into the next round. If you're a player, nobody wants to wait 2 hours to get to the next round either. You want to just go ahead and get on with it because you have pushed off all of your other responsibilities in life until you can finish the tournament. And so a lot of times if you're in person, you're just walking around the venue, you're trying to stay in the zone, but it's hard to stay in the zone with such long gaps between rounds. I really, really support this. It's going to be better for the players, it's going to be better for the viewers, and it's going to be better for the company, and we'll get out of the venue faster. This to have the best side events we've ever offered. This we haven't been announced yet. We haven't seen the side events yet. I think maybe if they had announced these massive side events at the same time that they had announced the earlier changes, maybe the reception is different. Because you're right, you have to feel, and they put this down they put this right here. The premier events should feel premier for all attendees. You shouldn't go to a major regional, spend $500, $1,000 on travel, whatever it is, depending on the location and where you live. You shouldn't spend all that money on travel and then have it be a glorified locals. It shouldn't feel like that. It should feel huge, especially since each region is only getting 3 in-person events for major regionals. Then those should feel like massive, massive celebrations. You should see everybody pretty much in the community because everybody wants to travel. There should be tons of things popping in the side events. And if they can make that happen, that is going to feel like a huge win. I was all in favor of fewer in-person events as long as the in-person events felt bigger. Because last year we had a lot of in-person events, but they were like, some of them would be like 60 players, 70 players. But if they're all feeling like 200 plus players, then it feels, the game feels huge. Okay, our original tournament structure allowed us to focus on ending regionals in a comfortable time frame, but led to some players being concerned they wouldn't get to complete regionals after working hard to qualify for it. Exactly. If you're making it an invite only system, you get there and then you play like 2 rounds and you're out. That how does that make you feel as a player? You feel like you got screwed. We're updating how we manage our Swiss and Top Cut rounds to accommodate that. Round time length is being set back to 60 minutes during Swiss. Okay, I'm in favor of this, but I didn't mind the 50-minute thing. Any player qualified for regionals may play the entirety of the Swiss rounds. Up to 7 rounds of Swiss will take place on day 1. If a player population necessitates additional rounds of Swiss, they'll take place on day 2. Okay, so if we need 9 rounds of Swiss, they're going to do the last 3 or the last 2 rounds on day 2. I'm not a huge fan of separating Swiss out like that, but I'm okay with it. I'm not super opposed to it. After Swiss, they'll do the top cut. Players who qualify may continue to play. Okay, so we're basically just going back. We're going back to the old way, and here we have our rounds. So in Vegas, I think we're gonna have 300 players. I'm gonna be honest. I know people think that I'm just over here being, um, what would you say, being toxically optimistic. I I've been told that, but I think we're gonna have 300 players in Vegas, especially with this announcement. I think we'll be playing 9 rounds. We'll go 7 rounds on Saturday, 2 rounds, 2 rounds on Sunday, and then to the top 16. And this is really cool. As a bonus, all participants in the main event at regionals will receive a unique coupon for use to play discounted or free side events. See, this is how you do it. This is how you get players buying in to other formats of the game. You have your main thing, and then you don't let the players just walk away after they're done with the main thing, after they're done with the main event. Discount if you played in the main event, come in discounted or free side events and start playing draft. And then maybe players have better and better experiences with draft in the game. And then we're not so opposed to it when it comes out next year. Even if your journey is one event, and one event is complete, we want you to be able to experience the awesomeness that is our continued side events throughout the weekend. This is a very, very smart decision here. Keep the players there for the whole weekend playing the side events. That's one of the problems with side events is people travel for the main event. When they're out in the main event, they're just done. And then the side events are super, super small, even though they theoretically should be big side events based on the number of players out in the main event. So discounted or free side events with this coupon. Very smart decision here. And then this last part is Universus saying we're not wrong though. Like, we're making this change, but we're still not wrong about limited and premier play. And they have some reason for that. They're saying that they're operating 1 to 2 years ahead of the real world. And that means that they're playing sets that have been designed to be played limited, but we have not experienced that yet. Yu Yu Hakusho might be our first experience where they were truly putting a ton of resources into making the sealed and draft play a more enriching experience. They always wanted good sealed play, but it was like if it was good, that was just that was just by happen chance, and not necessarily because it was designed that way. And now they're trying to design things that way. So they are moving booster draft from the main event to our side events. This is perfect. This is going to give them a year of feedback. That means that all of these major regionals, we're going to have these major booster draft side events, and then players might warm up to it. Maybe after we've played Girl Power booster draft, Attack on Titan booster draft, and Sealed, players warm up to it. They're going to give themselves a year to gather the feedback and to allow players to understand their line of thinking more. So they're saying, to the side events, each major regional tournament will be a single constructed format. We will be working to support limited play at local game stores. Like I said, Sealed last night was the most fun I've ever had playing Sealed in this game. And that was with me going against 2 younger Tuguros with Genkai. And I really don't think it was close. It was a very fun time. We'll be working to support limited play. Yeah, and they just announced this Critical Role like Briarwood format where it's going to feel like you're playing this co-op Dungeons and Dragons game. I think that's pretty neat. We've got this triple threat. We've got like um, okay, triple threat's not limited. I shouldn't put that there. But we got regionals. Participants will receive coupons for discount side events. Booster draft. Okay, this is where I'm not quite sure about this. Booster draft is our biggest skill testing format. Okay, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. And will be a key part of our World Championship tournament to cap the 2024 competitive season. Okay, they're saying we're not wrong, but we're going to let you have 1 year to realize that we were right. But I'm sure, look, if they're getting negative feedback on the draft side events, then they'll probably change their minds. But they're saying that they're confident in the way that they've designed their game, that we are going to like Booster Draft more and more. And personally, I'm coming into this with an open heart saying, okay, convince me. Right? Convince me. Like I'll say yesterday, I had a great time playing Sealed. I still don't want that touching my major regional format. I still want to play my constructed deck at major regionals. It was fun to do at the local game store level. It's not fun to do when I spend $600 on travel and I'm in Las Vegas. Then I want to play my constructed deck and know that there's no luck based in my deck building. We'll have more announcements about side events and how you can participate in limited play at regionals and locally as the year goes on. Next steps, it was a record-breaking year. This year is already off to a fantastic start as the launch weekend set a new record for launch weekends, and our first regionals qualifier season has been more stores and events ever before. Perfect. So this is the news. To me, when they made this announcement, it's hard to express just how happy I was yesterday. I didn't really get the chance to go online and tell everyone because I was at my Dark Tournament store event. But it was like, let's freaking go. They listened to us. They're acknowledging the player base. They are okay with growing with the players, right? They're going to convince us first of draft, and then they'll put draft in the main formats. But first, you've got to convince us, You got to take us out to dinner, entertain us, show us why. You got to do some courting here. But let's just take a moment. We always give the company slops when they make a mistake. But let's step back. Think about where we were last year and how much better this game has gotten. Last year, we're My Hero Academia only. This year, we've already had 3 new IPs enter the game, and we have like 3 more IPs on the horizon. Last year, League of Villains was just dropping. Then we had the Chibi DLC kit. You remember DLCs? That's where you buy promo cards of 4 different characters, their attack, and their foundation. So imagine you have grandma goes to the local game store because they know their grandson plays card games. Grandma says, oh, they like My Hero Academia. Take one of that for his birthday. Gives it to the grandson on his birthday. Grandson opens it up and says, wow, I got playing cards that I can't do anything with because this doesn't make a deck. And I don't even understand what's going on here. Why I got 4 different characters. It was such a weird product. Not to bash the DLC too hard, but it was truly a weird product. It was very confusing to me as a new player when I got into the game. Of these, what is this? Deck loadable content. Is this like a video game? Like you plug it into your like Game Boy, And then, I don't know. It's such a weird product. So last year, we're having DLCs. Your local game store is giving out Plus Ultra promos. We no longer have mechanically unique promos. Now your local game store is giving out really cool alternate arts. Everybody last night when we got our, what was it? Heroic Passion? Heroic something. You guys know the foundation, the 3-diff foundation that says when you commit it, you draw a card. Or maybe it's when you ready it. Something along that line. It's for the air guy. Oh my gosh, guys. There's only one problem with streaming at 5 in the morning, and that's that your brain doesn't work. I can't think of it. But now we have these cool alternate arts that are given out every single month for local game store play instead of Plus Ultra promos. Last year, we've got provisional showdown promos that we no longer have provisional showdown promos. Last year, we were going into a product release of class reunion boxes with unique promos in them. And this year, we no longer have any class reunion boxes. Class reunion box was another kind of odd product. You get these unique promos, you get booster packs, but still, if you buy the product, you can't play the game. There's no deck inside. You can't just buy the product, open it up, and play the game. That is a huge issue. You should be, every single time a player buys your product, they should have an opportunity to open it up and play the game, at least in my opinion. And now, these days, we have challenger decks. If you buy a challenger deck, you can open it up, you can get a game in, you can learn the rules. If you buy a booster box, you're going to have enough cards to where you can play a game. Last year, we didn't know Season 2 organized play details. This year, we know all organized play details for the rest of the year, beyond just, we don't know, I guess, locations for the future, but we do know like the general location that they'll be in, the city that they'll be in. The website looks better. The UGN looks better. I think the cards look better. I think they took our feedback with how the cards look now. Check this out, guys. Check this out. What was one of our biggest problems with the cards? Resource symbols were too small, right? Look at this. Those are bigger. They made the resource symbols at the bottom of cards bigger. Look, like for example, let's get one of these cards. You see how tiny these were? And this was a legitimate complaint among players. These are way too tiny down here. Look, they made them bigger. I think they like doubled the size of the resource symbols. So they are listening to the players in more ways than one. I'm sure that when they announced the card frame change, they basically already had Yu Yu Hakusho printed and ready to go, and it was too late to make a change. But when they heard the player outcry, they went and they made changes. And look at these cards and how freaking good they look. This, to me, is the best way the difficulty and check numbers have ever looked, and the attack and speed. Everything about these critical roles cards just pop to me. These cards have the it factor. They have incredible art. They look the part in terms of the card frame layout. They're designed well, where they seem like they're going to be a ton of fun and pretty complex. Like Mark Your Prey and Vexalia, I think personally is going to be my deck when these decks come out. But cards look better, cards feel better, more IPs, better local game store events. The game has gotten a lot better in the last year. And the one misstep they had was organized play, and now they fixed it for us. Yeah, it's hard for me to express how much relief I had yesterday, because I had some members. I organized a competitive team. There's 15 of us. I had like 5 members of the competitive team that were thinking about quitting. That were thinking about quitting the team because they didn't want to do the major regionals. They didn't want to spend up for the travel to go and play in events where they would get eliminated super quickly. Or just have to play booster draft after only 4 rounds in the middle of Swiss. So I had a third of my team thinking about dropping, just because they didn't want to commit to the expenses and time to travel it would take to go and play where draft was being inserted into Swiss. So this change for me is good, because it's keeping everybody is back with the same goal, and is keeping the team together, which I really appreciate. By the way, when I first started as a content creator and I only made a few videos because this is all very new to me. And so if you go watch my early videos, they were pretty terrible. And they probably are still pretty terrible in all honesty. I'm just trying to get a little bit better as time goes on, a little bit better. And then maybe a few years from now, you watch things and I've got perfect audio quality. I've actually got like a pretty good setup behind me. But maybe someday I'll look the part. But at the very beginning, one of the main people at the company reached out to me and wanted to talk, and Paul, and wanted to talk. And so we talked, and all he wanted to do was just get to know me and understand how they, Universus, could help me as a content creator. And that just meant a lot to me. That even though at that time I had like 30 subscribers, was just starting out with content, that I would get reached out to like that, and they were like, well, if we can, just let us know how we can help you. And then so I texted Paul when the changes happened, and I said, I'm really worried about organized play this year and with my competitive team. And then he got back to me and said, we're taking the input into consideration. Let's use all this input and make the game better. And I just really appreciate that. This is a company that cares about the players. They care about the content creators, and they want the game. They want the game to be better. But ultimately, they do want to make money, as any company does. They do want to make money. Let's look at this. We're in card games. Any deck is luck dependent, but I understand people not liking the luck being at the deck building level. We all start somewhere, getting better than the month before. Yeah, exactly. Just getting better a little bit at a time. Okay, let's jump into these critical role reveals, and then I want to play someone in a game. What time is it? 6:01. 6:01. Man, I got too long-winded talking about the organized play changes. I won't talk about the critical role reveals too much. We've got them coming out. I'll turn that into a video where I do my snap grades for each things. Let me just say that these cards have the it factor. Like big freaking explosion. Just in the name. This looks like Dungeons and Dragons. This has personality and spunk to it. Spend a momentum, mill 3. This gets 1 damage for each attack in your discard pile. So this is going to be like a 5 high 20, 5 high 15. If you mill 3 attacks this way, you lose health equal to half this damage after it resolves. So this could kill you if things go wrong. I find that hilarious. That 1 out of 100 times when you play this card, you actually blow yourself up. 5 high, yes, this is going to be awesome. 5 high 20. I know Universus Brett is in the chat, and he was saying yesterday that this would be cool with Dobby 1. I think let's jump into one of my other favorite cards that was revealed yesterday, the Duplicious Attack. Combo enhance, your next attack gains Echo. So you have to combo it with a spell, and then you're going to say your next attack gets Echo. Your next attack is going to be on +2 progressive, right? But now you're giving an attack Echo that has no business getting Echo. That's cool design to me. I'm not sure how good it's actually going to be. I guess it depends on the strength of spells and the amount that you could ignore progressive. But like on the life symbol, you could play maximum overhaul, Echo your maximum overhaul. You're going to be giving Echo to some cards that just should not have Echo. That's going to be fun. I think it's fair because they're going to be playing it on +2 progressive. I think this Vexalia UR Storm of Arrows is very cool. This is like, you may spend ranged weapon attacks from your card pool as though they were momentum to pay for this attack's Echo ability. So you can clear your own card pool to Echo it, or just lead with Storm of Arrows. Say, okay, I'm going to spend Storm of Arrows for Echo, and then you aborted the attack and it's gone and it didn't count towards progressive. So it's like a 5 diff, 4 high 5 that doesn't count towards progressive. As an opener, in the middle of your string, you can clear your card pool to pay for the Echo. This is a well-designed card. This is a well-designed Echo card. I love the direction they're going with Echo. They're experimenting with it a lot. I'm still nervous about Double Fist of the Mortal Flame and Trace Eyes and just being completely free Echoes, but here we're seeing an interesting design space with it, and I'm here for this. Okay, well, does anybody want to play a game with me? Because I would like to get some more practice before Saturday, and I've got 50 minutes here before jumping in, before having to leave. But if you're in the chat, let me know which of these cards you're most excited for in Critical Role. To me, it's that Duplicious Attack and Storm of Arrows. Both of those, you immediately start thinking about what are the best combos we can do here. I'm glad that Storm of Arrows doesn't have daggers with dagger, 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 right, to go pick it up out of your discard. That would probably be a little too crazy. I think that Vexalia is the character I'm most excited about. Getting to go grab a Mark Your Prey and basically giving everything +1/+1 or +1/+3, and then getting to commit and more progressive on something. I think she's going to be very good. Let me go grab someone. Oh, he says he should be editing. Okay, let me come over here. All right, Brett. It looks like Brett from Universus is down to play around. I do think these characters are going to be good, though. And I honestly think that these cards make the new card layout look good. They make it pop. These cards just, they have the spunk. I think this card, by the way, Knott's Flask, I think it's crazy. I think it's kind of a broken card. It was my favorite of the reveals that they did earlier, saying that commit +3 or -3 damage, and you're on the death symbol, and now you got Bowie's damage reduction kit, so we have even more damage reduction. And then sometimes you get that back. I think a 1-diff asset saying commit for -3 damage is awesome. Okay, let me turn on my headphones, grab my deck, and get started here.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear.
Let's do it. I'll create one. All caps UVS, password all caps UVS.
Okay. Yeah, we got a Spike.
This is what I'm playing this weekend. Toga. I'm sensing Walk the Dog.
Yeah, I've based this around cards I actually own, so there's only 2 Walk the Dogs.
On Chaos?
You'll have to wait and find out.
4 is the only correct number.
I only own 2. They're very hard to come by because everybody wants them. I definitely need to rework the numbers in here because ambush thrust is also very powerful with what I'm doing, and I've only running 2 of those.
Interesting. Well, I don't think I have any stun hate in here.
I'll go first.
All right.
Alright, best of luck. I'm worried I'm about to get spiked in the face.
I hope so because I've lost. I have lost 2 straight rounds on my streams.
Uh, it's not
But
ideal,
good
but I'll
luck.
keep it.
Oh yeah, I'm going second. I will give away. I think I'm gonna need this real bad. I'll just throw away 1, and you're good.
Ooh. Elasticity. Elasticity. Dangerous component. Say go.
All right, draw my extra. Let's go 3, 3,
Ooh.
4, 4, 5. 4. I'll commit for 5. Maybe that's, yeah. And I'll send it there.
Active attack gets speed and damage bonus.
Yeah, it only
Says
takes
pinch
it
of
back to
speed.
printed.
Yeah. Cool. So you can do 1 or the other. Let's review 1 and draw 4. Deception dagger on a 5. Checks a 5. A response on play, please commit a foundation.
Sounds good. No. Yeah, I'll pass.
First enhance. Stun 2.
Sounds good. What does that say? If attack is blocked. Yeah, I'll pass.
Let's draw a card because you got more committed foundations already.
Sounds good. Pass.
Let's remove surviving the final from your discard for 3 speed.
Sounds good. Let's commit for -2 speed.
Sure thing. Let's give it plus 3 speed, plus 2 damage.
I forgot you do
That's
that.
what I was waiting for. Get baited.
Yeah, I'll take it back to printed.
Sure. I'll pass 2 mid for 5.
Block on a 5. Check.
Well,
So I'll
half
take
wood,
3. Yeah.
Let's respond. Let's go get a Call of the Reaper into momentum. Let's respond. Give my next attack plus 3 damage. Cage of Hell on a 4. Checks a 3/4. Any responses on play?
No response.
Oh, you already committed out, so I can't do anything there. Next weapon gets 3/2.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I'll add this to momentum after it resolves.
Got nothing.
I'll send a 0 low for 5.
I'll take 5.
Basic training on a 2. Shriek on a 3. Easily excited on a 4. So you go.
Oh boy.
Am I dead, or is that oh boy, you're in trouble? One of us is in trouble from
I
that.
think I'm in some trouble. Um,
Yay!
let's see what we
We
do
love
here.
trouble.
What kind of hand do you have two? I can unflip. Yeah, on a 5. Checks. Any
Ooh.
response?
Nice one, some play.
I will say commit elasticity.
Oh, I'm glad I flipped the other one. Uh, I will pass.
I will. Um, let's flip. If it deals, I draw.
That is a thing. Should have done that for -1 damage, but that's fine.
Oh, I forget about this. Yeah.
I'm not bored what you're drawing. I will pass for now.
I will pass. 5 high 5.
You can have it. I'll go on to 23.
Draw. Okay, this is looking better. Not to do that. On a 5, check a 3, 4, 5. Any response?
No spell some play.
I will flip weightless and ready this.
Yeah. I'll pass.
I will unflip this for 2 speed.
I will pass.
I'll say stun 1.
Boo! I want momentum. I will pass.
I'll flip and say if it deals, I draw. Oh, I should have done that first, then given it +1/+1, and then unflipped. Oh well, learning to oh yeah, make sure to get to 3 first.
I'll pass.
I will pass 4 high 4.
Let's say you did the flip and I'll take 5. It's fine.
No, it's okay. Take 4 because you didn't do this.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
And then I get to draw. It's always hard
See,
because you wonder. I can't even.
your
Really...
goal is to not have enough foundations for me to be able to walk the dog.
That's true. That's true. That could be a strategy. I'm in a weird spot. Like, how much am I really going to block anyway when you stun me out so quickly?
True.
What a weird spot. But you're not blocking anything, so maybe I go this. Could be wrong. On a 6, 5, 6. Any response?
Let's put some play.
I will flip. If it deals damage, I'll draw a card.
That's the thing. Fine. Dark Tournament Looms on a 1. I'll pick up a momentum
Sounds
and draw a
good.
card.
I will. Well, I'll give it +1/+1 for 3 face downs.
Yeah, I'll pass.
I will unflip for 2 speed.
I'll pass.
I'll say stun 1.
Yeah, Might be instrumental. I'll pass.
I will pass. 555.
On a 7, 5, 6, 7, full block.
This one did not deal damage. Then we will go 4 and 5.
Let's review this darling. And let's draw 5. I mean, we kind of have to, right? Walk the dog on a 4.
Yeah, I've left myself open.
Chicks are free. Boo. Respond, Toga.
Yeah. Um,
Any responses?
no response.
Respond to damage.
No response.
First enhanced on 1.
I was hoping you'd not do that one.
Yeah, no, you don't get to have ready foundation.
I was like, if I can flip this and ready this,
If you'd have flipped and ready this, I'd have just given this stun attack to stun 2 and then just committed them both.
Oh,
right
that's
down.
true. That's true. Yeah, that was my thinking on like, why am I even bothering about worrying about having ready foundations?
When everything everything I have says stun.
Yeah, I
Hands.
will pass.
Let's draw 1 card.
Pass. Well, no, I'll say let's flip. If it deals damage, I'll draw.
Sure. Let's give it +3, +2. I don't need that one. Yeah.
I'll pass.
Oh, is it worth it here? I mean, you can't block this. It's a 9 speed, so I kind of have to. Powerful 3 twice.
I do have this. I'm gonna do this.
You get this. Put it back to a 6/6.
Yeah, I'll take it down to 6.
That's fine. Send a 6/6. I might have messed up there with the Eden box.
Yeah, I'll take it and draw.
Let's add Cage of Hell to my momentum. Ambush first. On a 5, checks 5. Actually kill you here. Let's respond for speed with easily excited. Any responses?
No response.
Let's respond for damage with basic training.
Yeah. No response.
Let's first enhance pickup and momentum.
All right. Pass.
Let's blow up this foundation for 3 damage.
Pass.
5 mid for 8.
5 mid for 8. On a 6. 5, 6. I'll take 4.
Take 4. Let's respond Cage of Hell. Plus 3 to next. No, Cage of Hell. God.
Elasticity.
Elasticity. Then
I
we'll
think I
play the
know the
Cage of
card
Hell.
coming out. Yeah.
Let's get those two down. Plus 3, plus 2 to my next.
All right. Okay, I'll pass.
0 low for 5.
I'll take 5.
Ooh, down to 6. Rapid speed slash on a 7. I can't do any of his abilities because I don't have any momentum, so I'll pass a 7-6.
Pass enhance. I'll say on a 3.
Oh,
Take it to 4.
take it to exactly 4. Very nice. Yeah, I'll pass 7-4.
I'll take 4. I'll draw.
Struggling on a 5. Basic training on a 5. Say go.
Yeah, I drew this off of the walk the dog dealing damage.
So
That was
everything dealt damage, just one dealt half.
Yeah. I thought myself.
Well, here's hoping I can survive this turn. I got too greedy there. I forgot jury was a thing.
Go on a 5. Checks. Any response?
No response on play.
I will first enhance, discard a momentum, unflip 2.
Sure. I will pass.
Let's flip failed role model, mill 1. I will seal struggling with studies, and I will respond for speed.
Let's pass.
Let's flip ice gliding. Say if it deals damage, I'll draw a card. Respond for speed.
I'll pass.
I will give it +1, +1 with my character.
I'll pass.
I will pass as well. A 7, low 7.
On a 9. Commit out. Say kill me.
All right. It does not deal damage. I'll follow up with Battle Aura on a 5. Check a 3, 4, 5. Any response?
No response on play.
I will flip weightless and ready this.
Yeah, I'll pass.
I will flip weightless and ready this.
I'll pass.
I will flip to draw a card.
Yeah, I'll pass.
I will say give it 4 damage.
I'll pass.
I'll give it +2, +2.
I'll pass.
And I will pass.
Down to 9. Basically, pretty much dead, yeah, because you got a full ready board.
Yeah,
Yep.
on a 6.
Game 2.
Yeah, I think if you didn't powerful before the Eden box, yeah, I think you kill me.
Yeah. I honestly just forgot Eden Box was there. I was more focused on the actual board.
Yeah, I drew it turn 1, and I was thinking this is going to be the most important thing I can build in this matchup.
I was also considering not going for the powerful and just hoping I checked well and going ambush, frush, Cage of Hell into the rapid slice. But yeah. But that's fine.
Send that one away.
Oh, I've got to send this away because I can only guarantee like. Okay. Ready?
Ready.
Creeped out on a 1. No restraint on a 2. Dangerous compound on a 3. Easily excited on a 3. Oh no, what the dogs? And easily excited on a 4. So there you go.
Yeah, I'll draw my extra. 2, 2,
Oof.
3, 4. Commit for it. 4. And pass.
Sure. Draw my 5. Rapid speed slash on a 4. Checks a 3 and 4. Response on play +1 speed, easily excited. Any responses?
Yeah, I'll commit this one. No, I'll pass.
I hadn't done Toga yet, but sure, yeah.
I guess I shouldn't.
Another +1 speed, and then yeah, Toga if you've got nothing else.
All right.
First enhance will be 3 speed, 2 damage.
Yeah, I'll flip and say if it deals a draw.
Sounds good. I can't use any of his abilities because I have no momentum. So we'll go for the old Passerino there.
I will throw this down on a 2. Say change it to 4.
Yep. I will pass again.
Yeah, I will pass. Take 4.
Cool.
And then
Let's
draw 2.
go. Put this walk the dog in my momentum. How scared are we of you? Fairly. Let's go with on a 3. On a 3. On a 3. We were right to be scared. Jesus, we checked a lot of attacks.
Yeah, and then I'll commit something with Jury when an enhance goes off.
Oh,
Or, I mean, force you to commit something.
I didn't play any enhances though.
I know, but if you had played, if you had
Oh, I
one,
had, yeah.
yeah, then it would have
But I
been
carried on playing, yeah.
double worse from the bad checks.
Yeah, because I mean I've got nice Toga options now, but losing Gouging Needle and Deception Dagger.
Go on a 4. Checks. Any response?
No response on play.
I'll give it 2 damage for your foundations.
Oof, that's a pain. Fine, we'll go in early. Dark Talent Looms. Pick up this. Oh, I need to check first. Pick up this, remove this, and I'll strike out.
Yeah, let's let's remove this. It's gonna come back later.
Ah, nice tricky little move there. I will pass.
I will pass. 3 low 7.
On a 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Full block.
Sounds good. Let's go on a 5. 3, 4. I'm just not sure how struggling with studies, if it even works in this, because I'll never have it ready by the time you're on your third attack.
That's fair. I mean,
Like, ice gliding might actually do something on.
if you had 10 foundations, then maybe.
Yeah,
Also, it depends if I've got any flip effects, because that can also be some good stuff.
that's true. I'll say I'll flip if it. Well, I'll first enhance, give it throw.
That is a thing, yes. I will pass.
I'll give it +1/+1 on its own.
I will pass.
I'll flip if it deals.
Which it will. I will pass.
I will
Flip that to it.
flip ready.
I will pass.
I guess I shouldn't have done that because now I'd have to do this if I wanted to. How important is it to get the 7th piece of damage? Yeah, I'll pass. 4 high 6.
On a 6. Damn. Take my 3. Draw your card.
That's good. And then I'll go 5, 5, 5, 6. No.
You don't want to commit out for it?
I guess it wouldn't have made a. maybe it doesn't make a big deal. It probably does. I mean, well,
Let's draw 5. Walk the dog on a 5. Checks a 5. Respond, Toga.
sounds good. Pass. Oh yeah, I have no response.
Respond, easily excited.
Yeah, no response.
Respond 2 damage.
No response.
First enhanced stun 1.
Yeah. This one. I will pass.
You have more than half your foundations committed. I'll draw a card.
Yeah. I will flip. If it deals, I draw.
Let's flip and draw a card.
Pass.
Let's draw a card and walk the dog.
Pass.
7, 8.
And low 8. I will take 8.
Sure. Cage of Hell on a 4. Chicks are 3 and 4. I forgot to give it 2 extra damage with Toga. I'm an idiot. Oh well. Cage, Toga response, commit 1 foundation, please.
Oh, sorry. Not flip.
Yeah, you don't flip.
I will. Oh, I forgot to draw a card because I had flipped.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
flipped this.
you can draw. That's fine.
I haven't seen
The
that.
2 damage is on me. That your effect fires no matter what.
Yeah, I will flip weightless and ready this.
3, 2 to my next.
Pass.
Ghost momentum at the end step.
I'll pass.
Send a 0-2.
Block on a 2. Checks.
Oh, you do not want me get. It goes to momentum anyway. That feels like a really good
I
decision.
know, but it's the only thing I can block.
Uh, walk the dog on a 6. 5 and 6. Respond, Toga.
Sounds good. I have no response.
First enhance stun one.
Yeah, my first enhance will be take its damage to 2.
Rude.
Maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I should have waited. I don't know. I thought you were being, yeah, with your first attack, I thought you were being smart because as soon as you gave it the toga, I was going to broken psyche.
Ah,
I,
okay.
I was like, dang, what an advanced move.
No, that was just me being an idiot. But I mean, either way, it would have been the
Yeah,
same. I was
but,
gonna go through here. Uh, let's powerful through it.
yeah, I'll pass.
Let's draw 2 cards.
Pass.
Uh,
Well,
9
actually,
5.
yeah, I'll take 5.
Cool. I can't, it's like I've got. Oh, what deadlock do you have? Flip, seal, commit. Flip and seal, freeze one, commit and freeze one foundation. That's not that big of an issue.
Yeah, it's that's kind of a silly deadlock.
I'm not seeing much.
It's good deadlock if I can unflip it and flip it over and over.
Yeah, just get my board down. On a 4. On a 5. Oof. On a 5. God dang with the 4s. Say go.
So you're at deadlock by 1.
Yeah. I didn't target. I didn't even target to pick up on any of the damage either. Could have done even more damage. Oh, I mean, 12's still a very good spot, but 5 cards in my hand is like I really wish I had less.
Well, I just think I just made a terrible mistake.
Yay, Jerry! I just
I should have
Woo!
kept that in my hand. On a 5,
I
check,
mean,
any response?
if you got fallen hill strike on the broken psyche, that's gonna be a pain.
Yeah, yeah,
No responses on play.
yeah. Let's deadlock, flip, seal, commit, and freeze. Yeah, let's do that one.
You don't want +1 to all my checks for weapons next turn?
Maybe I should do this because I was more afraid of just drawing stuff. I'm not sure. Yours?
Let's make it a little bit. Let's both draw one.
Sounds good. I'll give it +2/+2.
That is a thing you can do. Let's pass.
I'll name easily excited.
Yeah. I'll pass.
I'll flip and say if it deals.
Yeah, I'll pass.
And I will pass. 7 high 7.
Down to 18. Draw your card.
Go on a 6.
Again.
5. 6. I will first name Creeped Out.
Ooh, that's my defensive piece. Pass.
I will flip and say if it deals.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's still on plus 2
Yeah,
plus
I'm
2.
not quite there.
Pass.
Give it +2/+2.
Pass.
I will pass. 7 high 7.
Take the 7 down to 11.
Yeah, I'll draw.
I realised that I drew all of one particular block zone on certain cards.
I'll go on a 6. 5. Way too much. 6. Any response?
No response on play.
I will. Actually, what I should have done is done this. Because then I could get it to 6. You block. If you. I messed up. Let me think. Which of these do I take? Because then I won't be able to. It's alright, actually. I'll say this is coming back.
That's fair. Okay, that's your defensive piece.
Yeah.
I'll pass.
I'll give it 2/2.
I'll pass.
I'll give it 2 damage for your foundations.
I'll pass.
I will pass. 5 low 9.
On an 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Full block.
Sounds good. Let's get this built back. I'll go on a 7. 5, 6, 7. I'll flip and draw.
Ooh, I'll pass.
I will give it 4 damage.
Pass. Goes.
2/2.
Yeah, show me another attack.
Yeah, on a 9. And then it would get there. I'm gonna be honest, I misplayed hard. I thought this did 11 damage.
I was just hoping you hadn't drawn 5 attacks.
I drew this off of this.
Okay, so yeah.
So
basically, I had 1 high, 3 mids, and then but so I basically I could block 1 thing, but all my foundations were low blocks.
yeah, my thinking, I'm thinking like, oh, battle release gets 4 damage. I give it +2/+2. That's lethal. I never bothered to actually math it out and realize you would live at 1.
If I had survived that turn, I'd have drawn 2 cards, but I'm pretty sure I just get through with like everything I've got here.
Yeah, if I didn't draw the attacks, I would have unflipped the Broken Psyche and built another Broken Psyche. So I would have had 2 of these. That was
So I'd have drawn
that was my only hope.
I'd have drawn a Cage of Hell, so I'd have gone ambush first, pick up, walk the dog into Cage of Hell, call the Reaper, walking dog.
I like
Call the
that.
Reaper, ready.
I like that loop for the draws to start walk the dog, put a walk the dog in momentum, ambush thrust, get a walk the dog, play it, draw 2 cards now instead of 1.
I mean,
That's
I didn't misplay
cool.
as I did game 1, that one, but that one was literally just because you kept drawing attacks off damages.
Yeah, I started the turn with just these 2.
So
And
if I had
I
followed,
drew
if
all
my,
of these.
my gut was saying to just use creeped out now, block this on the first one, then you'd have checked a three, and you might have rethought your turn out. But,
Yeah, and I drew this off of the chivalrous.
okay. I wanted to get. I drew another foundation off the chivalrous.
Yeah.
So
So it
yeah.
actually it only hurt you actually in the end.
I mean, that's what these kind of games are for, just having a bit of a laugh. But
Yeah. Yeah, I luck boxed game one by drawing the jury. And then I got very lucky on
I mean, it's what your deck
drawing
was
those there.
designed to do. I was just. I knew going against Delta was a mistake, but I had to, given how many foundations I'd drawn. Because I played three and still had three in hand.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
just if I just build and you're stuck with them.
yeah. If you'd have built, I'd have had three attacks in hand, so I still would have been fine. But I needed to get them out just in case you also just built out to infinity. And were like, yeah, I'm staying on 12.
Right. Yeah. Then I can get a few blocks in and a few resets.
You got 10 minutes, right?
No, I have to go and get them up.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
gonna.
No, I have a very very meme deck, and I'll play it at some point.
All right, sounds good. Let's do that for Tuesday because you are the only person awake to play me.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be other people. No, that was cool. I think, like I said, my Toga deck needs some work. I need more ambush thrushes because I think the way it wins is to just keep looping with the water the dogs and the cage of hells and stuff.
Yeah, I never considered that on my cool combos when I was thinking about Walk the Dog. I never considered that Toga 3 can just stack him in momentum and pick him right back up.
Yeah,
Because I'm
thanks
always
to chaos.
thinking, yeah, I'm always thinking, oh, Toga's going to put a face up momentum in.
Nah, you put water the
But
dog in there, you can play like cage of hell, and use dark tournament looms to just pick it up, or use ambush thrust to pick it up.
mhm, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. They didn't errata Toya UR. I don't think anything's wrong with Toya UR. The name of foundation committed in both stages. I think it's designed to do both stages.
Yeah, it's designed to be both stages. It's designed to be a double edged sword. It's literally an ice blade.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's cool. I didn't think about that.
But right, I'm going
Freeze
to shoot
one.
because I am editing all the stuff from the stream yesterday, and I've got one game out of the three left. But it's taking me like 3 hours to edit every game with the new way I'm doing it.
Oh, it doesn't tap rivals. All right, that sounds good. I'll see you next time.
And we're going to. From the wording, I'd say it does because it just says commit all.
Yeah, it says commit all copies. I guess it should stay in both stages. Maybe there's something around like you you technically don't affect your rival stage unless it
Yeah, but
says
then it
so.
also doesn't say commit all your rivals' copies of this card. The ambiguity
Yeah.
is based on that it will be left up to the judge.
Yeah, I'd have to say commit all your copies and rival copies of that card in both
Yeah,
stages or
if it
something
says
like that.
commit all rival copies of that card, then you'll be fine. Isn't there is one? What does the Stain Foundation say? That does the same thing.
um yeah, that one's called influencing the youth.
Yeah,
Yeah, it says in both stages.
that says in both stages. That's a weird one.
That was one I was running at one point. I was running uh, two of those in Hawks.
That's nuts.
But I haven't seen it find a lot of play.
No, it's good, and I imagine you could get it in a chew order deck because you just form, commit stuff down, and prepare for your UR to pop off.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be good in like order walk the dog so that you can commit two things before you play an attack.
I don't know. Disaster down. Maybe open up a ticket with UVS and point out that influence youth says one thing and this isn't clear enough.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Well, I will see you later, and I'm going to
I'll
close
see you in
this
a bit.
stream off.
Bye, everybody.
See ya. Well, guys, that is it for me. I will see you next time. Yeah, today didn't do much. I plans to do this my top 50 character tier list, and didn't feel ready for it. And with so many big announcements that they made yesterday with organized play and with critical role reveals, I felt like I had to talk about that and had to give major props to the company because I think the Vegas Regional, this is what I'm going to close it off on. Mark my words. You can take this and clip it. It will be 300 plus players at the Vegas Regional. All right. See you guys next time.